Good morning and welcome to the show. Wow, what a day. This is the Thursday edition of the People's Program. It is, of course, Straight Talk. No bending corners. I say they be, and so we the talk. Welcome aboard to the main event on radio. Once it's 9 a.m., you know what's coming. Straight Talk live on Echo FM. If you miss it, you miss a lot. You miss the whole day shows on radio because it's always like a morning tonic. It's a tea. It's a medical dose for you once every day, Monday to Friday. Welcome aboard, people. It is a very beautiful day to be with you. Okay, that was the voice of Galadima, one of the Northern Elders, the leaders of the Northern Elders Forum. And of course, you heard what he got to say concerning IGBO brand of politics. And it was shocking and refreshing as you listen to it. For those of you who will have contrary view, contrary to what he's saying, definitely it is your time to hit it. And of course, for those of you, the phone lines, man, I cool down now. Don't the call, no. No, calm down. I know the spirit is hot, the blood is hot, but relax. This is Straight Talk. Well, everybody, remember, like I always say, I'm responsible for what I say. You are responsible for what you understand and what you say. So everybody, this is a very sensitive matter. Let's discuss it. This voice won't start again. No way. All right, let's bring in our microphone partner this morning, Mrs. Dawn. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. My name is Dawn, Judge Dawn Ikoma.
All right, Judge Dawn. All right, I see. It seems to me you're trying to leave the titles out, and it's just the name. Like I tell somebody, I go call him later. I go say, this is what you're doing. I go call him. You know, so I go call him.
I don't understand what you're saying. No.
You don't understand?
At all.
As in how?
I don't. You just hit the nail. I thought you said this is straight talk. No bending corners.
Am I bending? That's straight at the talk.
No. Hit it so that we understand.
All right. No wahala. Okay, this morning we'll be having this conversation, a very interesting one as it concerns the IGBO brand of politics. And of course, we have our guest this morning, who else to call on a day like this than our political scientist. He has been here. He studied it in school. And of course, you heard Buba Galadima there vibrating and telling us exactly what we need to know. Let's hear from our noble guest here, the one and only Steve Ozomena. Good morning and welcome, Steve.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Dawn.
He says Judge Dawn.
Thank God you added the surname. I thought this thing was coming from America.
Yeah,
Judge
it is.
That's great. But at least Ekoma is there.
They come from which America? No, G.
Someone is jealous.
Don't mind him.
Someone is very jealous.
All right, let's get going. Thank you very much, Steve Azamana, for honoring our invitation. You had what Abubakar Ladima got to say there. So I know you are itching to say things, but hold on there. Time never reach. Of course, we will be hosting two of them. We'll be expecting Dr. Moses Ajaka to join us later on the show. He said he can only be here by 10 o'clock when the main conversation will start. But definitely, Dr. Moses is from the Middle Belt, and some people say he's the North Central. And of course, this man here is here in the Southeast. This man is Omenala. Okay, so we will talk about that. But as usual, let's take a look at what the papers are saying this morning in our newspaper review.
DSU declares total war on police corruption, impunity.
All right, this is on the Punch newspaper. DSU declares total war on police corruption. Have you ever had a new IG come without saying that he's declaring war on impunity and corruption? What happens at the end of the day, Don?
I don't know if he's trying to cover up certain things, or he's actually the one trying to make it look like nothing is actually happening, because he himself is actually in the ditch already somehow.
Steve,
Hmm?
you hear what you done talk? Saying don't enter ditch. Which ditch now? Who dig him?
I don't know. Don't mind this. We are used to this initial gra-gra, you know,
Yes.
and when you are given this temporary, position, you are just trying to, do something to get the permanent position
Yeah.
for somebody who is leaving office in the next 2 months.
Thank you.
And you won't be surprised that he will be confirmed the substantive IG, and then tenure elongation, as we saw in the last with.
But
Omotokun.
it was granted by the courts. The courts, and of course the Police Service Commission and the rest of them says once you are appointed an IG, you have 4 years to run, and that 4 years he has to do it whether his time has reached or not. It seems to me that is superior to the service.
It is not a problem of the court. It is a problem of amendment of our corrupt legislature. Remember that particular law was amended
Yeah.
while Omotokun was trying to go out of office. So people saw it that it was even amended for Omotokun.
Yeah.
So why did you have to go and amend? What happened to the practice before now? The moment you retire, you go out of the service. How can a non-police officer be an inspector general of police? A commander is like a retired military officer being a commander of the military. What do you mean?
Well, people say a lot of things concerning this, but if you look at in Jonathan era, we had how many Inspector General of Police? Almost 11 of them, because according to what we have read and seen, there's nobody at the position of AIG that has more than 2 years, I think so, yeah, just 2 years maximum to retirement age. So if we continuously do this, are we not going to have recycling of IG? There's no continuity, no elongation, and then no direction, because this one comes, take its own, this one will come, take its own. So maybe that was what they were trying to avoid.
Barry, have you gone through the list of AIGs that are not AIGs? What do you call them now? DIGs that are before AIGs, this particular DSU that was appointed. You know, it was AIG.
Yes.
So there are a lot of about 16 officers above him,
Yes.
which Frank Mba is part of them. And I've gone through the profile of Frank Mba. Frank Mba still has 6 years in service. And he's a DIG. And he's a sound police officer. Everybody can attest to
But
that.
I spoke to a lot of police officers, and they kept telling me that Frank Mba kept getting promotions from whatever means that most of his mates are still in AIG and he's in DIG.
Wherever he deserves, we have watched him over time with the position of authorities has been given to him. He's a sound police officer, and if he has actually risen to that particular point, he can handle that office very well. And I think a lot of Nigerians are speaking in that field. So why do you have to, flush out 16 officers who are in this DIG cadre to bring somebody who has 2 months to go? And then you make him, what you call him now, the AIG. And if care is not taken, then you begin to talk about elongation. Don't you see that corruption is there? And some people, merit is no longer what is considered in most of these things.
Well, the word merit is very funny, because every one of them merits their position they have there. Now, according to the report I got, is that Disu is the senior to Frank Mba in terms of enlistment, and most of them there. Now, what they did is that some of them get promotion through unscrupulous means, just like a lot of them are alluding to Frank Mba. Because when this thing came up, I started digging in to see what's really. So the idea here is that Disu is the most senior in terms of enlistment in the Nigerian police to all of them put together. So that's where the whole issue is.
Barry.
And you know that in the service, in the police and military, whoever joins the army first is considered a senior. But then the ranks and all that also take a place in terms of position and the rest of them. Well, that's a military code.
You have idea of all these things. I think partially you came from a military background, you know? So you understand all this. We do not know how they earn their promotions.
Okay.
What we know is their rank.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me that because I entered into the police force before a commissioner of police and I'm inspector, I'm ordinary inspector, then you will promote me, you will use me as a commissioner of police when there is somebody having a rank of commissioner of police. We are not the one that promoted it. So if you know that this man was promoted on screw or whatever the language you want to use, why not demote him?
All right. Well, this is a sound argument.
So it's part of it.
It's a very sound argument.
When people begin to read ethnic or whatever into it now, you call it a conspiracy theory and you begin to read so many other. Yes.
Okay. Well, I am enjoying this conversation because a lot of people want to talk about this, and I've been dodging it since yesterday because I don't want to say things and do things. Because a lot of people speak too emotional when it gets to things like this, and it's really, really not good. In as much as I love to talk about it, I want to let it die where it is right now. It's no longer an issue because the deed is done. Talking about it doesn't make any difference anyway. So moving on now to the next headline on the Punch newspaper. 15 police, 4 civilians killed in Pakistan military attack. Wow, that is not very good. Tinubu's executive order blocks 2 trillion NNPC fees. Dan, can we give the more details on this story, please?
Okay. The executive order issued by President Bola Tinubu stopping the deduction of management fees and the Frontier Exploration Fund by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has effectively halted revenue streams that generated about 2.76 trillion in 4 years. Investigations by The Punch have shown. An analysis of monthly earnings submitted to the Federation Account Allocation Committee and obtained by our correspondent in Abuja on Wednesday revealed that the National Oil Company received 20.739 billion from the deductions in 2022. Then 695, that's 695.9 billion in 2023, and then 452.6 billion in 2024, and then 906.91 billion in 2025, bringing the total to about 2.1 trillion between 2022 and 2025.
Well, Steve, with all these big figures I see here, figures that will make me stop working and still live well, I don't understand why this is causing a lot of commotion, because these are monies that used to be plugged out, leakages and all that. President Bola Tinubu blocked these leakages. And now, if you see there, they say it's causing revenue streams that this exploration and the rest of them brought them. So how much did the exploration bring and how much did it take? Why are we not getting how much are spending to do this exploration? They're not talking about. These are all sponsored news, if you ask me.
Of course.
Because they are sponsored news on the national newspapers to blackmail the president into allowing them to continue with the corrupt practices.
Even I don't have even an excuse for your president when it comes to that. President is the Minister of Petroleum.
Yes.
I don't know who is giving order and who the order is being given to. We have always quarreled with this, but you people will always say they are right, so he can become the minister. We don't have anybody to hold accountable. President giving order, and he has been there now for the past 3 years, getting to 4 years. We have always described NNPC as the most opaque organization in the whole world, that of Nigeria. So there is no transparency in everything. So you don't even know the one to believe. Please blocking this one, is opening this one, is deducting this one. We have seen over time how much money NNPC was not able to remit to the federation account. So a company like NNPC can control the nation's resources, decide what to remit and what not to remit. And we have a president and we have a minister of petroleum who cannot be questioned because the Senate has no right to invite the president and say, you are the minister of petroleum, come and tell us how this. So sometimes you resort to inviting the GMD of NNPC. Is he the Minister of Petroleum? He's not a political head of that petroleum industry. We need to see the Minister of Petroleum being invited.
That's a deep talk. And of course, if you look at this whole thing, all monies to the federation account, the president never said he's not going to release money for them to work. Why are they crying foul? Monies should go to the federation account so that we know how much is being given to you. You don't deduct and then give whatever you want you like, and say this is what, as if it's a private company. So, well, that is what the president has done on this matter. A lot of noise is being made on it, but definitely it is not an issue. Wage arrears, Labour issues Friday ultimatum to FG, to the federal government. Well, organized Labour in the Federal Public Service has issued a Friday deadline to the federal government demanding the immediate release of funds to settle 3 months outstanding wage awards and other pending allowances owed to the workers across ministries, departments, and agencies. The leadership of the Joint National Public Service Negotiating Council, trade union side, conveyed the ultimatum in a letter addressed to the Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment, warning that failure to meet the February 27th, 2026 deadline would compel the 8 unions in the civil service to take decisive actions. Now, that is a new one coming from there. 3 months wage award. This wage award was announced by the president, by the ministries, and the rest of them. Why are they now withholding the wage award from the workers? And this money was reported that it was released since, not in this even 2026 budget, 2024 budget. That was when this wage award was announced and released to the ministries. Why are we still having this?
That is always a problem we have in the system. They will always come out and tell you we have, anytime you see the workers want to react, the government will come and make promise. And that is the problem you have between government and ASU. Yeah. You'll be hearing 2004 agreement, 2007 agreement, 2000, just like they had a recent agreement. I don't know whether it has been implemented, but don't be surprised that next time you hear about strike, it will be talking about the 2025 agreement. So you gave promise for a wage reward. How much is it? Because this thing happened in the peak of that inflation and
during the
so you increase the salaries of the judges, no problem. They
300%.
300%. They got their own. The legislators got their own. You bought vehicles for them, comfort for all of them. But the workers just promise how many percent, how much, and you couldn't redeem it up till now.
That wage award was 30,000, right?
Something like that. Something like that.
Unbelievable.
And up till now. Then when workers want to go on strike tomorrow, now you see negotiations. Promise.
They'll call again.
They call again. Launch some people. Give you tea party in
when Ngige was Minister of Labour, he was a master of negotiation. Every day they're negotiating and nothing comes out of it. And now we have the new minister, and it started again from where Ngige stopped. Anyway, let's move on now to the Vanguard newspaper, Don.
Outrage greets gun attack on Obi. Onyegu orders.
All right, a little bit more of that story.
Okay, widespread condemnation yesterday trailed the gun attack on Edo State Secretariat of African Democratic Congress, ADC, and the residence of the party's national leader and former Edo State Governor, John Odige Onyegu, during which former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi and other party leaders narrowly escaped harm.
Wow. Okay, we talked about this yesterday in detail, so let's not go about going over this again. It's complete utter nonsense for you to go and rain bullets on the house of a former Edo State governor. That was something that was very barbaric, and of course we have condemned it in all its entirety. Well, that's it for that. Steve, you have anything to add to that?
The moment when people are crying about the recent type of politics we are playing in Nigeria, and they employ, the use of crude means of politics, people may not understand. We are going back to the Second Republic.
Yeah.
Remember, Yegun was, like you said, was a former governor of Edo State and a former party chairman.
Of
this
APC.
same party now that is occupying Edo State. This man was a former chairman of APC. So they didn't even respect him that he was their former chairman. But because he now belongs to an opposition party, he can be attacked.
Yeah.
And when people talk about that, you say it's not true.
The governor said it was infighting between Owe and Oyegu himself that caused that thing. It had nothing to do with it.
Let's see. He says he's the chief security officer of the state. If he has information linking that to is a attack that happened in his state, we want to see him now, make arrests of those involved to prove that this is not coming from what people are suspecting. Because people are not linking it to the governor. It's not as if they say it's the governor that did it, but they are just trying to remember some of the careless comments he made in the past. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
That Obi should not come to Edo State without his information. And if he comes, anything, he's still on.
Do you think people cashed on that statement to perpetrate this act?
Wait, for now, I do not know those who perpetrated the act. Nobody can say for sure. Even ADC did not tell us for sure that it's coming from the governor's camp or from any other camp. So, but what I'm saying is that if people already know where this thing is coming from, then it's up to him to make arrests and prosecution, because he cannot allow such violence taking place in his state.
Right.
Let him prove it and then prove himself innocent.
Pablo is always trending for the wrong reasons. Last time it was a D7 governor, and then he's confusing me, and now it's I don't know, it's you, you're fighting. Well, that's it. Akpata is also explaining on the Vanguard newspaper of how he and Peter Obi escaped the attack in Edo State. You want to know more on that? Grab a copy of the Vanguard newspaper and get more details. My meeting with Makinde based on friendship, not politics, says Kwankwaso. Well, it's been trending that the Kwankwaso and Makinde met up at Makinde's residence, And, Makinde is a front runner in the PDP. Kwankwaso has been linked to being the vice presidential candidate to Peter Obi in the ADC. There was a point they were saying that Kwankwaso issued an ultimatum that before he comes to ADC, Peter Obi must be given the ticket. I mean, they peddled that news for a little while, and then the thing slided down. Now they've started again with one meeting, him and Makinde. They have started raising another tension in terms of this again. Do you see this as one of those political rumor or just people meeting, politicians meeting?
We're in the season now. I hope you understand.
Yeah.
It's political season. Anything goes. You have rumors, you have conspiracy theories, you have propaganda, you have real stories. Every other thing will begin to play out. Even if you make a move, people will interpret it. They say you went to him. Remember, Kwakwanso visited, am I right? I think he has met Tinubu in few occasions.
Yeah.
And they say he's going to APC. At the end of the day, Tinubu, Kwakwanso is still where he is. So
I think Kwankwaso is wielding one big political block, and then anywhere he goes, people are thinking he's taking
Exactly,
that political block,
exactly.
yeah? And a lot of people make a lot of
just
meaning
like
to it.
the personality like Peter Obi. If Peter Obi makes move today to see Mr. President, they say, oh, you want to go over? Yes, because...
It's cross-capital.
Yes, it's cross-capital because of the type of person he is.
Have you seen the interview made by Daddy Freeze between Sheila and what's his name again, the politician from Edo State? Have you seen that clips? Have you watched it?
I have not watched it.
Oh my God, you better go and watch it. Don, did you see that?
Yeah, I think so.
What did you think? They think you start your brain.
This whole thing, I think we're just like, the whole thing is confusing. Like, if you look at this whole Nigerian politics, you want to box politics in the face. That is what I'm just trying to say. Yes, because it's actually very, very annoying because of the things they actually put out or do, all in the name of politicking.
All right, definitely that was that particular interview is blowing all over social media. Yeah. Everybody's reposting one clip or the other, and Sheila made a comment that a lot of people are so angry with that if you watch that the economy of Nigeria is better now than it has ever been. I mean, unless you want to lie. If you don't agree, unless you want to lie. So that comment alone was what just made everybody go on fire.
It's like when
the comments were just they were flooding everywhere.
See, Barry, it's like when you bring Rewan Lukman. I think he's affirmed to be
Rewani,
an expert. No, is it Rewan? What's his name? The one that is expert in economy.
Economics, Rewani. I've forgotten his second name.
So when you bring him and he is analyzing,
Briggs something.
He's analyzing the Nigerian, economy at this time. He will give credit depending on the parameter you are using. And one problem I want about this expert of a thing, because you have a yardstick through which you actually analyze. But come to us who are in the street, and we will analyze our own economy based on what is happening in the streets. Are you getting me? So when you say everything is getting better, and I will continue to maintain it, government is getting richer. I, as an ordinary citizen, poor citizen, is getting poorer. Is the economy improving?
Well, we did that analysis.
Look at what is happening in the power sector now, in the electricity sector. The government will also tell us that electricity is improving. Maybe because I belong to Bandit A, where electricity... I don't know what it is. Where electricity is supplied constantly.
Okay.
But a lot of people, other people, villages and other areas, they don't have light for complete 3 months. So you withdraw from them and then give to others. So if I live in a place where there is constant power supply, I will tell you that power have improved, isn't it?
They don't even mention this power thing. In my house, my compound, NEPA, usually we use the word NEPA because it refers to all of them. They cut the light in our house. They brought one bill, the thing increased drastically, so we said no, we will not pay this. They came and cut the light. From January to now, we've not seen light.
Okay.
You know what happened? They brought January bill.
Okay.
They brought February bill
Okay.
again. After cutting the light.
Okay.
Now, that is one thing a lot of people are facing. For me, I'm just waiting to see what they will do at the end of this particular month before we and then go dig out that matter. At the end of the day, this is what people are suffering.
That's
and
what
then
people are
somebody will
suffering.
come. And this is a private-owned business. It's not even as a government business. And they keep extorting people for nothing. And of course, this, especially this OG branch of, is it Transpower now? It's not EEDC or Transpower or whatever they call themselves. These guys are beginning to become broad day robbers.
It's like that everywhere.
How can you cut the light from somebody's building that's staying in darkness, and then you bring bill, say it is for power consumed in that month, they had no light?
You have no light.
What does that mean?
So where is the prepaid meter promised us by Tinubu?
And they say it's free. Go collect
Where is it now?
Go collect and
Go and collect it now.
58,000.
Where is it? We're even ready to buy now. Where is the meter?
Nah. Well, I will do something on that.
You better, because in my area,
We are going to
they gave
find
me
a
a
way,
bill, a flat 60,000 naira a month.
This weekend, I think I may just go around and do a full documentary on these power people. Let's see exactly, not just audio, we'll bring you the videos and see how they are actually robbing people in broad daylight. Kuro kuro, bring you outrageous bill in the name of Band A or Bandit A, as Steve said it.
You don't sound like that.
All right, let's take this story on the Daily Post newspaper. This is very, very sad one for environmental purpose done.
Indiscriminate refuse dump. Environmentalists, residents seek tougher measures in Ogun.
Well, is it only in Ogun? Come down to Imo State. I don't know if people have dirty this refuse already made, kept in their house. As soon as this Entraco people or whoever, these environmental sanitation people, evacuate those refuse dump, it will not up to 10 minutes, the refuse dump is heaped up again. And it continues every blessed day. It's not because the government is not making efforts in Imo State. I'm not talking about other states, but every day you go there, refuse dump there. I don't even know where it comes from. But why are people like this? Why are the people like this?
It has always been a problem, but I have commended Imo State government under His Excellency Hope Uzodimma in the last 3 years. Where I think there was a shift from what we used to see previous years. What's the name of what Imo State Waste Management? I think they are trying. But of recent now, it's like refuse dump is trying to resurface in our streets. But before now, I think they performed excellently. That timely is a what do you call it now?
Intervention?
Yes, intervention, evacuation of this particular refuse. We saw it in the past 2.5 years, and I would actually like them to continue. As for the people, it will be difficult to control them. You have not seen when the rain is when it is raining, and how people will bring refuse from their houses and dump inside the gutter.
And tomorrow they blame the government.
Tomorrow you blame the government.
Well, I don't get it. If you go to Oji area from flyover, as a vehicle is taking the refuse, before it gets to Oji roundabout and come back, refuse don't full road again.
That of Oji is that they line it up
along the dual road demarcation. They just arrange it as if it's gift item to the government. Come and take your gift. As they are taking it, before they come back, the thing is filling up again. I don't understand why people behave like this.
It's a nice
If you go to Amawaya or G, that area now, and the owner of Diamond Hotel did a very good job. That refuse was beginning to become like a 3-story building. This man evacuated it himself. You know the funniest thing, the day he was evacuated, I was standing there. Boys or G-boys came out and said the man cannot evacuate, cannot do anything on this road, and he said to them.
Imagine.
Now that's the mentality of people. Imagine. I don't understand why they do that.
Imagine.
So this man did it, fought all of them, brought police, and they were even ready to fight police for somebody trying to evacuate debt they dumped there. That is causing a lot of environmental hazard stench. You can't pass there. Everybody's going, but nobody's doing anything about it. And it was affecting his business. He decided to do that. Now, they have left where he evacuated and looked for a new place. And they dumped it there. Meaning the thing is growing again, waiting for somebody that will come. Why are people behaving like this?
People are benefiting.
Why are people behaving like this?
That's where we saw ourselves.
So if you know you are part of these people that is just littering dirty everywhere in Imo State, please look at your dirty, go through. And of course, we need more of these bigger, what is it called? Dust bin, waste bin for people to put up. Even if the waste bin will be half or not even
They
empty.
dump it on the ground.
They put it on the ground.
Yeah.
Especially this one at MCC Junction here,
Yeah.
the MCC Junction by Wedra here. If you go there, it's never filled up. Even the one here at Union by UBA, just in this street leading to Echo FM here, the same thing. All these Mboka boys will now jump in and be looking for what they will take, and the debt is on the ground. Anybody will catch it, do that thing. Bless will catch. I mean, carry that in hand. Pack all the debt, they put inside. Sometimes they'll be scattering and they'll be throwing the thing outside. I don't know why people behave like this.
I think we need a little bit of enforcement this time around, because left to the people, they won't do the needful.
All right, I think we've said enough. Let's open up the phone lines. But before I do that, there's something that happened this morning on my way to the office. All these school children, secondary school, especially the boys, be careful. Some of them behave as if they photocopied their life and kept it at home. A car is coming and they're crossing the road, put their hand in their pocket, they're walking so slowly, they don't have any urgency. The car will not be horning, pop, 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 pop. They won't even look at the car, they're just walking like this. And it's not like it's a one-off incident. It happens like daily. I see it every day. Parents, warn your children. One day, you don't know what the problem of the driver is. Maybe he has a kaka in the stomach, IGBO in the head, and he's going, his brake fails. What will happen? Imagine the scenario. What will happen?
And then you turn
the one that happened this morning, just in front of, I almost wanted to open the door and give that student dirty slaps this morning. When they saw that I was coming, they just had to run away. It's not funny. Let's stop all this nonsense. It's not. Please, parents, warn your children. If this happens, you blame the driver. But the child is gone. It's gone for good. Or maybe he has a broken leg. They'll hang one here at FMC. That's when you realize the importance of being careful. Done. You want to add anything to this?
No, you've said it all.
Okay. Well, let's move on now to the phone calls now. 0911-20,022. Those are the numbers to call. Good morning.
Hello, Barry. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome aboard.
Good morning.
Barry, I'm senior citizen.
Senior citizen, why is your voice sounding different this morning?
No, don't worry yourself. This day you know what the weather is like. You are glad that you can. I was wondering whether you can hear me.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you. And good to welcome Steve Ozeman.
Good morning, senior citizen.
Tell us things we should know. And minimize the number of us who are calling. You are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
And then I will get to get the spelling of that name.
Okay, good morning.
Mario,
Ew.
you know, when you recite daily the challenges of Nigeria, the difficulties, who was promoted, who shouldn't have been promoted. Somebody was getting promotion through the back door, and you kept him in until it is time for him to come into Inspector General. Then you remember that he got it from somewhere. When you were doing that on federal character, because there was nobody from Enugu State who was at that level, and there should be. Now you remember that he came from the back door. That is not my worry. But we must begin to look for solutions to this myriad problems. I have said, maybe not here, there is no solution unless you have a single term. For a governor, 5 years. For president, 5 years. One time in a lifetime, the man can go and be born again. He can come back and be president. In a lifetime, you are president of Nigeria once. In a lifetime, you are governor 5 years. Whatever you want to do. If you want to promote everybody from your village to permanent secretary, go on and do it. When somebody comes in after 5 years, you will sack all of them, because that is the only way to have stability. You know, Barry, you know that 4 months after the president was declared the winner of the election, people started organizing and planning and executing their programs for second term. 6 months into the term. And then you had all these people everywhere running around. Barry, let me not the time that is so valuable. Anybody who wants to solve Nigeria's problem, one single term, the best of us, single term, 5 years. The worst of us, single term, 5 years. I am senior citizen. Good morning, Barry. And good morning, Don.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
All right.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you, the senior citizen. I want to read out a very annoying story to everybody because it provoked me as a day here. It's a woman that said this, so I'm going to let a woman read it for you. Oh, yeah, woman. Oh, yeah, read what your fellow woman talk. Move here with you talk.
Hike electricity tariffs for banned BE users in Nigeria.
Ban B to E users.
Ban B to E users in Nigeria. Adighiheji.
Okay, hear what the woman talk now. Don't go ahead.
The managing director and chief executive officer of the Niger Delta Power Holding Company, Jennifer Adighiheji, has urged the Nigerian government to hike electricity tariffs for band B to E users in Nigeria. Adighiheji made this call in a recent statement in Lagos. She stressed that the removal of subsidies for all electricity users would ensure financial stability in Nigeria's power sector. According to her, establishing a financially viable electricity market is essential for restoring investor confidence, attracting private sector participation, and ensuring sustainable sector growth.
All right, let's leave it there. Steve.
You see, like you said, it's annoying. Honestly, it's annoying, provoking. And sometimes, it's not that we're on air. People will begin to, use foul languages. You don't insult the sensibility of Nigerians. I know what people are suffering. In the first place, Barry, there is not supposed to be anything like band A, band B, band C. Nigerians need power. You need it, I need it. It's up to me to put that power to use the way I want it to profit me.
Is any country in the world, to your notice,
how can you
band A, band B, band
how
C?
can you come into a country and then you specify band A, band B, and most times the people that are in this band A are areas where big men live. It's not even industrial areas. Big men, those they know they can collect the money from. Like I said earlier, I went through our generation profile the other day, and I saw that Nigeria is still dangling between 4,500 and 5,000 kilowatts. Something we saw during our Buhari regime. So there is no increment in our generation. It means that we are still very low. When Nigeria, I think our generation capacity is about 60,000 or whatever. I don't know what with the infrastructure we have now. But Nigeria is generating only 5,000. And it has been like that in the last 8 years. So it means that there is no improvements. What you are managing is the 5,000. Those who, there are people, it's like when, if you say the price of gas have increased today, you will have a lot of people shouting. But if you say the price of kerosene have increased, nobody will hear about it because of the people that use kerosene. No, there are no people. So they now give this light under band A to those people who can be able to challenge the government and say, we do not have power. We do not have light. You give it to them and call them band A. And at the end of the month, you go there and collect 100,000 naira, 60,000 naira, whether you use the light or not. And then you denied other citizens. It's like a fraction of Nigerian population, 20% getting power and 80% not having power. I don't know whether I have looked at it from this angle.
Yeah.
If we have increased our generation, maybe we have gone up to 10,000, I would say these governments have tried. But you didn't, there was no increment in your generation. So the distribution is that when Transpower goes to buy, they buy 5 or whatever, even if you buy 500, and then you come back, you give it to people living along Concord area, government area. Do you understand me? You give it to them. And then you charge them. And then the rest of the people do not have light even for a month, for 3 months. Some villages don't get light at all. And at the end of it, you are talking about increment. If you go through how many increment that has been made on this power sector since Tinubu came in, I think it was about 3 times. And we are still expecting more. So you are strangulating Nigerians as far as I'm concerned.
All right. Well, that is a very annoying thing. I don't want to add my voice to that because if I do now, they will say I'm hitting too hard on them. Because at the end of the day, this is complete nonsense if you ask me. Well done. Do you have anything to add to this? No. No.
Yeah.
No, you say?
Yes.
I said I said this I said no. Now woman said no, you don't get anything.
Please, I would like you to invite those people.
Those people to come.
Invite them to come and explain to Nigerians.
All right, normal. This hike is.
And the reason why we cannot get a prepaid meter, because for me, I think that will be the solution to all this.
You know the funniest, the biggest lie they tell Nigerians that they are going to attract investors.
Which investment?
So the only way you attract investors is by strangulating the people with pricing because they have removed subsidy from this particular electricity and all that. it is the worst nonsense I've ever had in my entire life. So the only way people will invest if the thing is hiked. Now we just told you that you cut people's light, you won't give them light, and then you still build them. They pay for darkness, and then you still want to add it. So the thing the government even did by separating those that will get the light and the ones that will not get the light, you still want to add more burden to the people that are getting maybe like 4 hours in a day or 8 hours as the case may be. You still want to increase it. So what was the need for you to do that in the first place? So it is, I just don't know. But then that's what it is, man. Let's see if we'll get one more call before we wrap up this newspaper review. Apologies to all of you today. I didn't give enough time to call. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, buddy.
Kare.
Good morning.
It's Caritas. Steve, how are you?
I'm good. Kare.
Mrs. Sekom, how are you?
Fine. Good morning.
Good morning.
Ew.
Just call to exchange pleasantries with you all there.
No be
Nigerian matter, Nigerian matter. They don't tire us.
Okay.
They hike, the electricity hike to attack investors. What type of investors? Is it power, electricity power investors or industries? Which side? Are they going to invest? In what part of Nigeria are they going to carry out the establishment? Is it southeast or not? Or south? So now about it. Whenever I call now, I call to know how you are feeling. Not that much again.
Thank you very much. I didn't even know that the time is far gone, but it's time for us to go to our news desk to bring you the news. And I believe we'll have 1 or 2 commercials before we go there. And our time is fast gone. Let's join our commercial desk and bring you the commercials and then the news update at 10. Don't touch that dial. We will be right back.
Echo FM.
It is time to celebrate a man the Lord has helped, a man of grace, a man that puts smile on the faces of the people. Yes, it is the birthday celebration of Prince Charles Chukwuemeka Amadi Chavon. It shall be a moment of joy as we celebrate our hero during the Breath of Praise program. Date, Thursday 26 February 2026. Venue, Chavon Citadel of Praise, Eziama Ikeduru. Time 5 p.m. Ministry music, Cornelius Benjamin, Mercy Chinwo, Minister M and Revelation, Reverend Kinsley Nwogo, the singing preacher, and others. Breath of Praise and receive the presence of great and anointed men of God like the Most Reverend Dr. Moses Chikwe, the Auxiliary Bishop of Owerri Catholic Archdiocese, Reverend Dr. Bethel Nwenebo, Reverend B, and others. Come, let us celebrate our hero.
Give me chance, oh, I want to praise my God. Give me chance, oh, I want to praise my God.
Hello Nigerians, a new party this year. Fellow Nigerians, a new party this year. Register APP and get your membership. Zero corruption, any by any. Fellow Nigerians, a new party is here. Fellow Nigerians, a new party is here. Register APP and get your membership. Zero corruption, any by any. Fellow Nigerians, a new party is here. A new party is here. Fellow Nigerians, a new party is here. The elephant is here. APP and get your membership. Zero corruption, any by any.
Join the moving train. Join Action People's Party, APP. Go get your card now.
Zero corruption, any by any.
Echo FM.
It's the sound of the city. Echo 100.7.
Echo FM 100.7, the fresh news people.
You love music? You love Echo FM 100.7.
Please listen to this important announcement. The Eastern Waste Management Company, EWAMAC, in collaboration with the Imo State Ministry of Transportation, hereby informs the general public, particularly commercial transport operators, including bus operators, taxi trucks, All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Welcome back to Straight Talk Live on Echo FM. Well, we're being joined by our second guest at this hour. Dr. Moses Ajaga is in the building. Big Daddy, how about it this morning? Welcome to Echo FM.
Glorify God. We are doing fine. I am doing fine. I'm healthy.
All right. The last time I called you, I think that was when somehow you and your body they caught it that day.
You know the level well done it for age now.
Not so.
You have to obey the system sometimes.
Exactly. So see how you're fresh up, man.
Very.
We thank God for that.
No be smart thing.
Because I'm not thinking about Nigeria much.
So you bonus make you refresh. Okay, now welcome. Thank you for honoring our invitation. Okay, you heard the broadcast made by Buba Galadima on national television, and we've played that earlier on. I believe both of you are conversant with what he has said, and of course we all heard it. Now we are going to go straight into that conversation. Apologies to everybody. There are messages here. I've not read them. Don't worry, we'll find time and read out the messages as we go. Now, Buba Galadima has accused the Igbo of being their own problem in terms of politics. Why they have not become the president in Nigeria is due to their own making. Well, let's just start from there. Steve, you be one for. How true is that?
I completely disagree with Buba Galadima.
Okay.
Completely, in as much as I know we have a problem in the Southeast. The leadership in the Southeast, sometimes when there's even the so-called leaders, I don't know the people they call the leaders. So we have a problem of coordination in the Southeast.
Okay.
But as for what he said, I do not in any way agree with him. Because I believe that when you talk about the Southeast because they did not get the president, we have seen the handwriting on the wall, meaning like it is a calculated attempt to stop the Southeast, from becoming the president.
So all the reasons he gave, you don't think they are cogent enough for them?
No, I have my reasons. Sometimes we blame the Southeast for the type of politics they play. But I don't think it is totally wrong, the type of politics, because you can see that in other environments also. So the Southeast does not want this person to become a president. If you go to the Southwest, in 1999, Southwest did not support Obasanjo becoming the president. It's their own son. Am I right or wrong? Out of the 6 states you have in the Southwest, 6 of them were AC, or whatever you call them there. None was a PDP. None.
I think that time it was AD.
I think AD. 6 of them were AD.
Yes, under Tinubu.
Under Tinubu?
Yes.
But their son was the one chosen to contest for president under PDP. They never supported him. The Southeast supported President Obasanjo. The entire Southeast, apart from Anambra, was PDP. So then you go to the North. It was not the entire North that was PDP. You will always have this particular divide as far as politics is concerned. But Obasanjo became the president. The Southeast supported Obasanjo 100%. So when you are saying that Igbo man was called, let me start from 1978, the Second Republic he was referring to. Remember, he said that what do you call it? NPN, National Party of Nigeria, which was an offshoot of Northern People's Party.
Okay.
Azaten, which was a regional party.
They said they called Nnamdi Azikiwe to come and be the presidential candidate of that party.
I am judging him by what he said. They called him to come and to join them. Just like what is happening in Nigeria today, you look for people to join, to give credence to your political party. They called him to come and join them in National Party of Nigeria, being controlled by the core North. And like I told you, most of the founding fathers of NPN were people from the Northern People's Party, former Northern People's Party. Then you have NPP, which is Nigerian People's Party, another political party, which the same Waziri he mentioned was a Northerner. And Waziri was one of the founding fathers of NPP, with other Yoruba people who actually, in fact, he cut across and most of people from the Middle Belt. Are they not Nigerians? Is it not a national party? So Azikiwe maybe considered one or two things and then decided to pitch his tent with NPP, which is also a national party. Waziri was leading the NPP, a Northerner also. So what's the difference between Northerner, the NPP being led by Waziri, and the NPN being led by Shagare and other people?
Okay.
Is it not the same? Doesn't they all have the national outlook?
All right. Before Dr. Moses Ajaka comes in, let's refresh the people of what Galadima said. DJ Mars, can you just give us that sound again? Let's hear again what he said so that our listeners will refresh so we have a very good conversation. And then, Don, I believe you have some questions to ask, and let's have that conversation. Let's go.
Why my friends in the Southeast don't get their politics right?
In 1978, Alhaji Shehu Shagari led a delegation of northern elders to visit Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe and invited him to join the national movement and to lead them to become their presidential candidate. The young Turks in the southeast then said, don't trust these Hausa people. And Zik now went and pitched his tent with NNPP. And eventually it got broken into two, NNPP and GNPP under Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe and Alhaji Waziri Ibrahim. How many states did Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe won? He lost one golden opportunity for the Southeast to become president. After Obasanjo was leaving office, Obasanjo called the leaders of the Southeast and told them that he is going to presidential candidate. All of them answered, Mba, 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 no, 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 only president or never. Obasanjo had a soft heart for the Igbos. He went and picked Peter Obi to be vice presidential candidate to Yar'Adua. The same Southeast petitioned against Peter Odili, Dr. Peter Odili, and told the EFCC where his money for buying delegates were placed. And the EFCC raided those locations and wrote to disqualify Peter Odili. So Jonathan was picked as vice presidential candidate. You see destiny. The Igbos, had they agreed, or the Southeast, had they agreed to allow an Igbo man to be vice presidential candidate, it could have been history that a Southeasterner could have become the president of Nigeria after Yar'Adua's death. And when Jonathan became president, during the completion of Yar'Adua's first term, Adamu Chiroma, Umar Shinkafi, and others called the leaders of the Southeast at Yar'Adua Center here. I want young men to know this history, and told them that, look, after the completion of Yar'Adua's first term, Jonathan should step down, and the North will nominate another candidate to complete Yar'Adua's 4 years, such that after Jonathan can also run with the person as vice president, so that they will now cede power to the Southeast. They said never, 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 never. And some elements of them went to Enugu and said it is Jonathan or never. It is Jonathan or never, that if Jonathan completes his term, he's going to cede power to the Southeast. Right. I don't think it makes a logical political reasoning.
Let's go back. Dr. Moses, you've heard him, and what's your reaction to that?
Well, as the program sounds, no bending corner.
Mm-hmm.
And to my mind, he has just said what transpired in between them.
Okay.
It could be those of them who are still alive when this program come across should be invited to tell us whether what he's telling us is correct or not. But no matter how it is, leave it. There is something I witnessed. I think towards the 1999 program going from this to this. When we went to Jos for convention of PDP, we are going to, when we went to Jos, everybody have in mind that Ekweme, unless Ekweme, will be the candidate of that, the PDP. Everybody, when I say everybody, the masses, including the middle belts, what have you. But, my dear brother, when you landed in the stadium there, I won't mention the names who are Igbo leaders. Do you believe that during the campaign and they were called to come to speak for each candidates at that stadium, some of the Igbo people decided to speak Hausa language? I'm being honest. If you find out from those who are in the stadium with us at Jos, they will confirm what I'm telling you.
Okay.
And the person that I can mention his name today, may so rest in peace, Okadibo was there, Jim Mobodo was there. So at the end, they said they should postpone the convention till the following day. And the northern people have lifted their people back to to their region because they don't want to gamble of leaving them as just, so that there will be no interaction in between. So the following day, what happened? When they will come for voting, Ekweme was defeated and Obasanjo was given the ticket. In politics, sometimes I don't need to bother myself whatever that is going in between them. Because when you continue to think about the politics in Nigeria, you are digging your grave to say yes, because you continue to suffer in BP. And when you even look at it, those who are in power, what are we achieving from them? Is it their region? Is it their state? Is it their local government? So there's an element of what he's saying to be correct, but those people who are part of the system should be invited to tell us if what he's telling us is correct or not.
All right. Do you have any question on that?
When we look at what is happening today, we have to go back memory lane as usual, because after all, we have this history to actually shape our minds and shape whatever it is the government would have to do for us.
Yeah.
Now, I want to take two quotes from two prestigious individuals. One will be coming from Chinua Achebe, which of course I did say yesterday. And he said, nothing unifies Nigeria than the hate against the Igbos. That was him talking. And then secondly was the part of William Shakespeare that said, in every man there is a beast. In every human being there is a beast, irrespective of tribe, irrespective of where you're coming from.
Yes.
Now, Chinua Achebe still went further to say, there are so many things that are inherent in an Igbo man that when people see us, they just hate us. One, competitive spirit. Two, the indirect rule system. When the whites came in, there were so many whites that came in. But when the Englishman came in, they decided to change everything that concerns us here because we did not have a leadership structure in this place. Thirdly, the Igbos are prideful. And then anywhere we find ourselves, we do well. And so people prefer to actually put someone that is lower, someone who isn't qualified. They put them in that position and erase the Igbo man. And then what broke the ice the more is the Biafran War that actually took place 6th July 1967 to 15th January 1970, which concluded as no victor, no vanquished. Now, that particular war changed the facets on the side of the Igbo man. And then lastly, he said, we do not have love where we are. Because if we have love for one another, or if we have love for each other, definitely, whatever strikes or concerns an Igbo man will definitely affect each and every one of us. Now, let's take a look at Jonathan's time when he was actually president. He was vice with who? Yaradua. And that was the process between 5th of May, 2007. And then Yaradua died 29th May 2007, and then Yaradua died 5th May 2010. Now, if we recall very, very well, they did not want Goodluck to hold that position as the president because they would say he's partially what? Igbo, isn't it? But I remember Dora and some persons who rallied around that man and made sure that he actually sat on that seat. May God rest her soul.
Amen.
Now, after that 2 years, the problem was, okay, we'll give it to you. The Hausa, the Northerners said, okay, no problem. We'll give you to, take it up from there, extra 4 years. And when you're done, another person takes it. Now, after that 4 years, Goodluck was supposed to do what? Fulfill that promise, that debt. What did he do? He wanted to go again. And that was where there was a problem. And that was why his seat was hot. Because people were being killed. Not only the Muslims, even Christians as at that time were being killed. There were so many terror now. Now we're bringing back that thing and we're still seeing so many of this violence, even at its peak, still happening again in 2025 or 2026. Now my question is, do Igbos still have hope? Do we still have that hope? Do we still have that consciousness that definitely one day we will definitely sit, we will definitely rule, and we will definitely have love to be able to come together and say, okay, we can do this, and we can actually make people believe in us that we can actually do this.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Well, that was another history lesson there. Yeah. Well, definitely. Before we go, we are taking a look at what Galadima said now, and then the facts he raised. They gave Igbo the opportunity in 1978, before the 1979 elections. Shagari won. Azikiwe, of course, Zeke lost then. And then what happened? During the Obasanjo's era, he said they also brought in Peter Odili. Igbo said no. They even went ahead to even a petition and told EFCC where, according to him, telling us Kodokoro how did they buy votes, how did they buy delegates. The money he's going to use to buy delegates was kept there, and then EFCC raided the place, and Odili was disqualified. But that wasn't the real story as at that time, because Odili was used, and then the rest of the net, they chose somebody. Remember, Odili was like already baptized vice president before Goodluck Jonathan came in. But now he's making it look like the Igbos disagreed with that. So this narrative is saying, how on earth do we have people, he's saying what most of the North are saying now. He's not just speaking for himself. And the narration is what they teach the people in the North. How do you counter that? What are the facts that we have down here to counter what he has said, to get the real narrative? I don't know, Steve, as a political scientist, what are those facts that really played on, as a data played, that made the Igbos not to gain the presidency or gain the favor of the northern people based on the way they want things to do? It looks like they want to control the whole narrative.
See, you know why I quarrel with this? I have actually acknowledged that in the Southeast, we have what I can describe as disoriented political leadership. We don't have it. So when they say, we'll call them, all of who are they? Are they even recognized in the South? We don't have them. Because I have not seen any political leaders who come together in the Southeast to present a common front for the Southeast. So those people you call and those people who are saying bam, 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 on behalf of who? Do you know what I want to tell you? I think Don has actually gone through the history lane. Buba Galadima is talking about 1978, and then Nnamdi Azikiwe were refusing to join the NPN. But it was still an Igbo man who was used as vice president. And you can hear what Dr. Moses said when they went for convention. Elise Kweme was actually looked up to as somebody who would have become. For me, it is not the Southeast that stopped Kweme. It was the power up north that doesn't want Kweme.
And they frustrated into the
They infiltrated, they used the few. Yes.
No, I wasn't there. I was still very young when this one was happening. Dr. Moses, you were there.
Life record.
And then, now, if Ekweme was still, you said they started speaking Hausa language. What do you mean by that? That's an analogy. What do they call them in English language again? For lack of a better word. So let's, I'm not saying it's an allegation. Okay. I don't want to use the word allegation.
No, it's not.
But definitely, what do you mean by that? You are implying something.
Let us be honest with ourselves.
Okay.
Galadima, when you talk about leaders, at least they have the people who are leaders in their political parties.
Yeah.
If there's a meeting to be called, there are political leaders in the political parties. When you call them to have a meeting, they are leaders of the particular region. So the problem is, for us to achieve whatever we want for any region, that region must have to come together and face the reality of what they are looking for. That is the only way we can go. The last election is a lesson to Nigerians that somebody won that election. But they connived. When I mean connive, there's no tribe that is exception from that guilty of that, the conniver. They connive and rob the person who's supposed to be. There is no one region can maneuver that and succeed. All of us will still stay up to today because it's done on party level. So we must have to come to a point we agree. As anybody walk out from any of the national house, because you do this, we are no longer going to go with you. Has anybody done that in our lifetime?
Dr. Moses, going back to that convention with Alex Ekweme, did the Igbos refuse to vote for Ekweme, as this man is trying to allude?
Well, when you come out, you bring out your masquerade, and at the end of this, in the public, started laughing at your masquerade. What do you expect public to do? So during the voting, I think the vote was divided, and Obasanjo won the convention. That was what happened.
If we go back to...
And I'm not saying I hear, but I'm saying I was there. Because at that time, His Excellency Chief Achiko Idenwa was governor-elect of Imo State. And I was there with him.
But at the end of the day, doesn't that confirm what Galadima was saying?
Well, it's left for people to...
Steve, go ahead.
There is a popular comment that is made by late Ogbonnaya.
Onu.
Onu.
Where's the justice?
where is the justice? You know
Okay.
that. So he was still referring to this period. Ogbonnayono supposed to have the presidential candidate of ANPP as at then. But he said the agreement was to pacify the Southwest, to solve the problem in the Southwest because of the annulment of June 12 election.
Yeah.
So they were trying to pacify the powers that the Galadimas who were saying this. They know it was going to be Obasanjo because they wanted to use him to pacify the Southwest because of the annulment of June 12. So Ogbonnayono knew about it, and probably he was, pacified to step down for the Olus, according to him. Olufalaye and Olusegun Obasanjo. It became the two Yorubas contesting so that the Yorubas will get the president.
No matter who wins.
No matter who wins.
Okay.
It's not issue of the South. It's the issue of those people agreeing that it must be the Southwest. And it was the Southwest.
So, invariably, why are they not having the same agreement that it must be the Southeast?
Because they don't
both
want...
Both parties, the biggest party present from
let me
Southeast.
tell you.
Okay.
Okay, he mentioned Peter Odili. And he did not understand that Peter Odili is not from the Southeast.
East, okay.
You're talking about Southeast.
Yeah.
And you're talking about Peter Odili from the South.
Yeah.
They told them they are not Igbos. But they refer to them as Igbos when it comes
to politics.
Exactly. So they deny Peter Odili because he was an Igbo man. That is the truth. Who is saying that it was only because Igbo people said this is when he kept his money? When he now used EFCC, it was EFCC that was used to rubbish Peter Odili and sealed the monument for him. And he was banned. It's like he went out of circulation. So they used EFCC. Who was in control of EFCC?
Ribadu.
Was it not Ribadu?
Yeah.
So because Odili was an Igbo man, so they weren't even considering the division they gave the South-South and the South-East now, but because he's an Igbo man. So they stopped him.
So that in itself is nonsense.
Just follow that.
Okay.
And now the 2023 election, which Dr. Moses mentioned, this one now is no longer a problem that Igbo man did not accept to be so to be this. An Igbo man won the election. They said it, and not be me to talk about. The secretary to the federal government, at least I can quote somebody who said that it was Peter Obi who won the election. It's not me. I wasn't INEC or any other thing.
Yeah.
So why was it not conspiracy again from those powers that be that stopped? Remember, Bola Ahmed Tinubu lost Lagos. The strongest hold of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Peter Obi won Lagos. Peter Obi won the 5 states in the Southeast. Peter Obi won those states and some of the states in the South. Peter Obi crossed to Middle Belt. He won Benue. He won Plateau. Am I right?
Yes. He won Plateau.
So then Bola Ahmed, who lost Lagos, lost most of the southern states, lost Middle Belt. Then it was the Northwest that gave him victory using number.
Because I think we won the Northeast.
Using the number. So what are you saying? Is it the problem of Igbo man stopping Igbo man? The power that be.
So now the narrative that is being peddled on the why we are doing this is to get some clarifications. All right, I think it's high time we brought these listeners in today. They have not said enough today on the show. Let's get their own view. Good morning. Good morning. Who them a line? All right, it's apparently you're not ready to talk to us on network issues. Let's continue. Keep the calls coming. 0911 20,022 or 0707 454 1014. Those are the numbers to call. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry, my very good friend.
Chief Jude.
Good morning, Steve, and good morning, Dr. Moses.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, my beautiful lady, Letilia. I hope you guys are not becoming envious for my calling her a beautiful lady. I know, very particularly, I know you may not be happy.
Chief, remember that you are an old man.
What is it true?
My name is Chief Jude Ubada. Well, Steve, I think I want to go and ask EFCC to come and arrest you for saying that you are a bandit, but that is not well, having said so, I think Bola Galadimo, whatever you call him, I think he's trying, I can best call him at least a drowning man that is clinging on any and everything he can lay his hand on to survive. That is the best way to describe what he was telling us. It's unfortunate. I think I wasn't a politician. I mean, when Kweme contested the election, But I know that at least during the time the primaries was being conducted, Ekweme was almost at the brink of winning. But then, I think this a billion van was now sent to the positions of some of the states. And that was when I think they were convinced and voted against Ekweme. So what is that man telling us? I was born and brought up in the north, in the city of Kano. I know the politics that is going on in the north. So nobody can actually tell me. And that's why I said that Galadima is trying to, he's playing like, he's talking like a drowning man who is playing on any and everything he can lay his hand to survive. And no more, no less. The truth is that the hatedness of the Igbos, which is maximum point. It has reached its maximum point in Nigeria. But I think what we have to do is to come down home, begin to love ourselves. There were some elements of truth he told, actually, that the Igbos said themselves, which is a near truth, if you ask me. So let us now resolve based on what has happened to us and resolve to actually say no and fighting our best together and raise our heads up to demand for what is ours. Right, in the words of William Shakespeare, in one of his books, Macbeth, when he said, and I quote, "They have tied me to a stake and I cannot fly, but yet I cannot fight the cause." That's the way I want the Igbos to be. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve Joe. Say Steve.
If you like.
Good morning.
Good morning, Daddy Cosmo. Good morning, every person in the house.
Good morning.
Good morning, the Radio General. Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Edifa Okujepi, Radio General for Omo Bogo Hajed local government.
All right.
You're welcome, sir.
Yes. I want to say that the Igbos, they say they hate themselves. In fact, there's an element of truth in it. Because we don't have a front where the leaders of Igbo can come together and say, we want to be the president of Nigeria. If they want to do that, the Yorubas have done it before, where they enter into two different parties. This one was one strong, the other one was strong, so that one person gets the position. It is for all of them. But in our place here, imagine what is happening now, that when they give a leader in Igbo land, they give him something, peanuts, he will begin to campaign against his brother. He will begin to stand against his brother. As for the story, Galadima, who was telling us, there was an element of truth in all of them, but in fact, everything was ganged up from the north. If they say you will not be there, some of the people will run into them and walk against their brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I remain the Radio General.
Thank you very much.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, welcome. Listen, Auntie Echo. Okay. All right.
Well, fine, thank God.
I want to compare about talking nonsense. I will call it nonsense. Because where were him when all these things have been going around? Where were you? Why not to come out before and say all these things for Nigeria to do? After everything is gone, two are gone. What would I call it? Buhari gone. They now come out and start talking all this. They know what they are doing. They will say the truth, but they will not say it. But all I know, one thing, Biafra must surely come.
All right. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate you. Okay, let's take some messages. Sharp. The Princess Jiglad, Hail Don Ekoma, without love, nothing has value. That is why the Princess Jiglad song message project says marriage without love is a waste, if truth be told. All right, thank you very much, Princess Jiglad. Good morning, Uncle Barry Cosmos, the one Guru on air, as well as Lady Dawn Ekoma, extended to every better person connected. We are yours, humble Obere Jesus, and Ifeanyi Chukwu Patrick Egbujo. We represent and radiating from our home, Umokrika, Umoba, Urata, Owerri North, LGA. We concur. The visitor have said our wish and desires. If you think and involved in politics in Nigeria, see Ellie Grave and Ellie BP. May God help us. See Wahala. Don, please read this one for us.
Okay. Good morning, my eloquent and majestic Barry Kosi and beautiful Judge Don Ikoma. Good morning to my former Grand President, KSJI, and our intelligent studio guest. I listened to Galadima's speech on Igbo politics, I heard him say that former President Obasanjo, who had some soft spots for the Igbos, wanted an Igbo man to be a vice to former President Yaradua, so that the Igbo man would act as the president when Yaradua dies. And the Igbos refused. And I asked, how did Galadima know that Yaradua was going to die midway in office? Again, why must the Igbo man be assigned to play a second fiddle? Is the Igbo man not a legitimate citizen of the country? Why must the Igbo man be the one to lick the plate of the Oga? The Igbo man, for goodness sake, deserves some dignity. After all, without missing words, the Igbo man is the only Nigerian that has the quality of a true Nigerian, as he sees everywhere as his home, which the other Nigerians do not. Which other Nigerians do not?
Which other Nigerian does that?
Okay, which other Nigerian does that? Okay, which other Nigerian does that? Yet he's always treated like a slave. Why and why? All in all, the true Igbos are very proud to be Igbo. I am one of them. May God bless you, Ekoma, for your analysis. Ezine Lady Julie Nosike.
All right, thank you very much. This other one says, good morning, Sabari, Lady Dawn, and our guest in the studio, Ngozi from OG. Say, honestly, I keep asking why this electricity cannot be distributed to everyone, though we are in Band A and we see light steady, but you won't believe how many millions it took our neighborhood to some months ago to obtain that. Then the first bill came as 69,000 to 70,000 per month for flats. So for flats, and I asked again, why not give everyone the prepaid meter and supply line for all? Honestly, Nigeria keeps provoking me. May that thought of hiking the bill or tariffs not see the light of the day. Amen. May God keep bringing more listeners to Echo FM. Remain blessed, my people. Thank you very much. This one's, you say you're in need of what? Say, good morning. My name is Chioma from Owerri. I am in need of, you're in need of a job. Okay. SM, now you did talk that one. You're going to give a walk. All right, this one done, please.
The Buruburu One and Golden Lady on Echo FM. Happy, beautiful day. I think Buba Galadima has said it all. Igbos are enemies of themselves. I agree with him totally. Examples are Ojikalo, Omai, and other prominent Igbo politicians that have continued to kick against Igbo presidency. For IG of police appointment, nobody should blame the president. He understands the politics of the day. Whatever thing that happened in Edo attacks on Obi, the confused governor of Edo State must be held responsible. Comrade Chris Ogbonna, JP, Church of Presentation, Umugoma.
Oh, they don't give a new title, confused governor. Jesus Christ. Dr. Mrs. Ma Olebra from Owerri says, some of our leaders start well, midway they get drunk in power and end up in disgrace. Power really intoxicates. These are people who were once very ordinary without enviable background and beginning, perhaps humble and godly. We trusted and gave them our mandate, but suddenly our mandate turned to our undoing. They theatricals in our polity have become most nauseating. Why is it that in Nigeria, honest people are fast giving way to untutored brigands, intransigents, and kleptomaniacs and power-drunken mediocres? It is only in Nigeria that leaders find it difficult to apologize for their wrong acts or resign voluntarily as it is obtained in other climes. Why can't we keep faith in a democracy that we fought hard for? Anyway, at least IG don't resign now. Better could not resign. This one say, Mr. Barry, I greet you all. Based on what Galadima had said, there are atoms of truth on it, but there is a mix-up somewhere. Like Dr. Peter Odili, he mentioned name, whom is an Igbo tribe or name that, but came from the south of River State, not from the southeast. As Galadima rightly said, anyway, I love the history. Anya Sokinsley from Albazi, Egbema. All right, this other one says what? Done?
Okay, good morning, Barry. My name is Felix Mozuzu, texting from Umahi.
Chineke, where to carry you come here now? There you go.
Mbiri. On the attack on Peter Obi, Barry, any attack on Peter Obi is an attack on the Igbos. I'm watching from a distance. Thanks. I'm speechless now.
Don't be speechless. Speechless. This one says Barrio, Dono, and C. Steve. Happy morning.
There's one more person also.
Okay, I don't see command promotions as anything strange. It's always as a result of distinguished service records. Yeah. There is nothing wrong about following succession plans. Rather, it is another way of continuity in service. There is nothing new the acting IGP can do under to his nepotistic appointment. Rather, he will be under pressure to satisfy his master. Nothing can be true about blocking slush funds at NNPCL. It is the same old song. Pario, I sympathize with you in carrying out this your assignment. It doesn't fit you at all. Elder Chijoke, not impressed. No be me do I put them there and I think we send them into them. Which assignment they give me, nothing concern me and them. Let's take one more call. We call it a wrap on this program. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry.
Welcome aboard.
Good morning, Ekoma.
Good morning.
Network. Good morning.
Hello, Barry. Good morning.
Good morning.
The senior citizen. You are going to be our last caller today. Oh, yeah,
yes,
Barry, go.
Thank God that I am.
Okay.
Barry, I keep hearing people, some uninformed people, or those who should be informed, saying that the Igbos said themselves. Absolute falsehood. Total falsehood. Barry, I lived in Biafra as a man, and I knew what personal love was in Biafra among those who were there. I'm not talking of the theory they are reading.
At that time.
You move from somewhere to nowhere, and you came in with your children and wife, and the house where you have never been to, you don't know who is there, and they make provision for your wife and children to get in, and the men were sleeping, the men of the home were sleeping outside the home. To accommodate somebody you don't know, but he's okay, he's okay, he's okay. Where did they get this wrong notion? Totally unacceptable and untenable that Igbo said themselves. What evidence do you have? Because I disagree with you over a land boundary. Because I disagree with you, you say APC, I say no, it's CDP. That's why the Igbo said themselves. Must we agree that one political party? Is that why you think that we should all be in one party, and therefore, if we are not, then we hate ourselves? Is that correct? It is not correct. But I'm sure I'm not this morning because I keep hearing it every time.
Okay.
That's why I decided to call. The Igbos do not hate themselves. The Igbos demonstrated love during Biafra. And I saw it. But I worked for a few years before 1967. So I was old enough to know. And I know there were sacrifices made by the elders of Igbo land in order to accommodate everybody. Very good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you very much. Senior citizen. Okay, our time is up because we have a sponsored program coming up in the next few minutes, and of course we want to wrap this up in a very positive manner. Steve, what's the final comment on this?
Yes, I want to stand on what the senior citizen said, because I get annoyed when people say Igbos hate themselves. If you watch politics, there is bound to be disagreement, and I mentioned Southwest during Obasanjo. The entire Southwest did not support Obasanjo. Does it mean they hate themselves?
Yes.
Does it mean they hate themselves? So it happens saying Sheikh Shagari was not supported by the entire North when he became the president. Umaru Yar'Adua was not supported by the entire North. There are people who belong to other political parties.
There's an element of the Igbos not building bridges across.
That is it. I said there is no coordinated leadership in Igbo land. That's the problem we have. That's the problem we have. So because you don't have that coordinated leadership, no, you can't hold any group responsible and say these are the people speaking for us and don't going with a common, demand of the Southeast. That's the problem we have.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Moses. Just in 1 minute, do you think the Igbos are like waiting for the whole Nigeria to agree and say, okay, it's a turn of the Southeast, only the Southeast should contest? Is that what, can that ever happen?
I think the mistake the Siroma make is generalizing the Igbos hit themselves. They could have narrowed it down to say Igbo political leaders. I think that could have been best understand than him say Igbos. So when we talk of Igbo political leaders, regional, we can mean something. I think not quite long, I saw some people giving a press conference that Igbo don't need a president for now.
Okay.
That is an evidence. It was a public domain.
All right.
For now, Igbo don't need a president. So, and you know that somebody actually has been going around, want to be. So why should you come out?
Let them provide a transparent process.
Transparent process, and
that's all, and then allow the citizens to choose.
Go there. We should forget about the regional and tribalism in politics.
All right, thank you very much. Our time is up.
Thank you so much.
Dr. Moses is a security expert, and of course, he's our big brother in the house. Thank you very much for coming.
Yes, thank you.
Steve Ozomena, a political scientist, and of course, you have done justice defending the Igbo nation.
Of course, I do.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Very much. Thank you very much, Don. It's time for us to switch over to our last guest for today, who will be coming here for a sponsored program. Thank you all. The program continues immediately after this with our guest, who will be here shortly. Bye-bye for now. Straight Talk is up. It's up now. And then it's not up, it's off. And see you tomorrow for the weekend edition.
Echo FM.
It's the sound of the city. 100.7.